Okay. All right, so Vinny, I want to play a little game now.
Oh, let's play a game.
This is the premise. I love games.
I love games too.
This is the premise of the game. Baker or Taker? Are you taking this quarterback or are you taking Baker Mayfield? Right. I'm gonna throw it out to you because Baker Mayfield now on my my well-respected, highly revered quarterback index, highly respected by people who actually know football. So don't ask Drew. He would tell you my quarterback index knows nothing. But highly respected QB index. I have Baker Mayfield this season as the 5th best quarterback in the NFL, behind the likes of Tua, Kirk Cousins. I forget who's third, but number 4 is Sam Howell, who I think
Sam Howell's number 4.
I think Sam Howell will most certainly drop from there. I can't remember who's 3.
Think so.
It might have been. I honestly forget who 3 is, but I know Tua, Kirk, and Sam Howell are 3 of the 4 guys ahead of him. Baker at 5, and then it's Lamar Jackson at 6.
Wow. Okay. Let's play.
Josh Allen.
Okay, that makes sense. But anyway, let's play Baker and Taker.
Baker Taker. I'm not gonna bring up the guys who we know are better. So we're not gonna be asking if Mahomes or Baker. But let's start in the NFC because that's where he plays. Baker Mayfield or Brock Purdy.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I want to. This is what I'm thinking about. Niners are a run-first team. Purdy, stats. If you're looking at the stats and you look in the gameplay, he's good. He's good. Nothing about that's wrong. But Baker's more important to the Buccaneers. But if you're asking me if I take Brock Purdy or Baker Mayfield, I'm gonna take Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I take Brock too. Hasn't lost a game in the regular season. Okay.
That's
I'm curious to hear what you'll say about this one though.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield or Geno Smith.
I'm going to go with Baker Mayfield because of the age and the fact I like his weapons better in Tampa Bay than I do the weapons in Seattle. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the Seattle weapons are good. I think they're good.
and Tyler are better than Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, but
I don't disagree with you. I think they're good, but I think right now, from what I've seen from the 2 weeks they've played, Baker and his weapons are looking more consistent than Geno and his weapons in Seattle.
I mean, 37 points is a hard amount to score. But
yeah, but what was week 1? 13.
13. But it was against the Rams,
okay.
who are a really good football team. But let's continue. We'll do 10 of these. We'll say.
Okay.
Let's go to their own division. Baker Mayfield or Derek Carr on the Saints.
Oh, that's probably the hardest one.
Derek Carr, who, by the way, 2-0, but Derek Carr has been awful this year.
I would have to say that's probably the toughest one for me. Because Derek Carr, yes, playing very bad, but it is Derek Carr, and I do believe he's got the weapons. But I'm going to have to take Baker on this one. I think Baker looks like... he looked terrible when he played the Panthers last year. I mean, that's how bad he was. I forgot who he played.
He was on the Panthers and the Rams.
And the Panthers and the Rams.
People thought that he should have signed with the Seahawks.
Well, maybe you missed something. But I think Baker in Tampa is looking really good right now.
And just a reminder, the Buccaneers, they played, they beat the Bears, who are 0-2.
But they beat the Vikings.
And they beat the Vikings
in Minnesota,
who are also 0-2. So let's hold our horses a little bit.
Hold on. Vikings. They played at home.
Might be 0-3 if they lose to the Chargers.
I know, but think about this. They lose at home to Tampa Bay. That was a really bad loss. But then they lost to the Eagles in Philly by 6. You can't say the Vikings 0-2 is bad. It's just they didn't play good week 1, and losing week 2 was kind of inevitable. So anyway, let's continue with Baker or Take.
Okay, so we've got 3 quarterbacks. You would take Baker over one of them. Do you take Baker over Derek Carr?
No, I take Baker.
Okay.
I would take Baker.
Also, comment down below, guys. How much does Vinny resemble Derek Carr? I would say he has about a 95% resemblance.
Okay.
But you guys can let us know about that one. So you take Baker over Derek Carr.
Baker over Derek
Carr.
So
you're 2 out of the 3 so far. Baker is your guy. Next guy, how about Ryan Tannehill on the Titans? Baker. Okay.
Tannehill. He had that wonderful season. What was it? 3 years ago, whatever. He dropped like 3,000, 4,000, whatever it was. Great season, signed a new contract, hasn't done anything since. Tennessee needs a new quarterback, and Baker is definitely better than Tannehill at this point in their careers.
Okay, so then let's go back to actually this will be interesting. His former team, the Panthers, Baker or Bryce Young. Thinking about the future as well.
Okay. Now with future
so if
in
you're
mind,
the Panthers, are you regretting giving up on Baker so quickly?
No. As the Panthers, I'm not regretting him giving up Baker so easily. Baker, this is what, his 6th season in the NFL?
I think it might be his 7th.
His 6th or 7th. I was thinking 7th, but I was being conservative with 6th. 6th or 7th season in the NFL. Bryce Young's a rookie.
6th. Yeah, it's a 6th.
The 6th. You got to run with Bryce Young. So for the Panthers, it was a good move to get rid of Baker because Baker just didn't show you anything in Carolina. But also to that point, Baker didn't really have anything in.
True.
Well, he had C-Mac in the beginning, but then the trade happened. They knew what they were doing. Bryce Young, you take Bryce Young, but I think Baker is better at Bryce Young right now. Well, of course, because he's a rookie and he hasn't shown anything as of right now because you know how I feel about Panthers offense. But I think right now, going with future in mind, Panthers taking Bryce Young and getting rid of Baker Mayfield was a good choice, and it was a necessary choice.
So how about the Falcons with Desmond Ridder?
That's an interesting one because beginning of the season, I didn't think Desmond Ridder and the Falcons would go 2-0. If you ask me, Falcons win first 2 games of the season?
I did.
I thought they wouldn't. I didn't think so. I thought the Panthers were going to win. Trust me, it was preseason, okay? Preseason, keep that in mind. I thought the Panthers were going to win, and then I thought Green Bay was gonna kick them in Atlanta. But they proved me wrong twice. But with that in mind, Desmond Ridder is more focused on the run game. So the passing of the Falcons is kind of a little lackluster. I mean, they're kind of a one-dimensional, kind of shifting towards more passing, but that first week it was definitely one-dimensional. No one was getting the passes. But second week, Drake London getting 6 or 8 receptions for 67 yards and a touchdown, and a couple other key receivers who were getting 30 yards for the game. Very good, but I still would take Baker Mayfield because he's more of the better passer. Desmond Ridder is the two-way rushing, throwing quarterback, but he's more leaning on the rushing right now, I'd say.
So you're 4-2 for Baker.
Mm-hmm.
How about Sam Howell on the Commanders?
I mean,
I would take Baker over Sam.
I would take Baker over Sam. I mean,
yeah.
Is this Sam's what? How old is Sam? Like what year is this Sam?
This is his 2nd season.
Second season.
5th round
pick. I mean, he's a nobody as of right now. Maybe he becomes
Purdy
somebody.
was also a nobody. Though.
But he wasn't. But he performed.
Yeah.
So this is his chance to perform. But right now, I'm taking Baker.
So 5-2 for Baker. Let's see. Who else can we? Oh, how about Jordan Love with Green Bay?
Ooh. That may be the new top one.
Again, thinking about projection wise.
I would have to go with Jordan Love because you know how it was. Brett Favre, injury, traded away. Aaron Rodgers became the new guy. He was great. Same thing happened. Aaron Rodgers traded away. Jordan Love was the guy. He was drafted 2 years. He sat behind Rodgers. I think future in mind, Jordan Love's the guy.
Okay, so 5-3. Let's see. Who else can we ask about? Let's do Baker or Justin Fields.
Baker. Justin Fields.
So you're off.
I feel I do not like one-dimensional quarterbacks. I don't like running quarterbacks because Lamar, I mean, he's good. He's giving you those passing yards. He's great. He's a great athlete. But just what has the Ravens done? I just think a running quarterback just kind of ruins your team. They are the thing now. Yes, they give you the rushing yards, but they're also very injury prone, and also they're not contenders in the playoffs yet. They haven't won a Super Bowl yet. So until that changes, I'm gonna take Baker over Justin.
Okay, that's fair enough. We'll do 2 more. Daniel Jones.
Oh, Baker. I mean, Daniel Jones is just washed. We all questioned why he got picked at the 6th overall pick in that draft. We're still questioning it to this day. I'm even questioning why the Giants even won on Sunday because they should just be taking for Caleb Williams. End of story. I don't think Daniel Jones is just not worth it. I don't even know why he got paid. What do you guys see in him?
That was a mistake.
What are they seeing him? He's not. I'm not saying he's nothing. He's just. Why pay him so much? He's just not the guy.
All right, and last but not least, I just remembered this. That's why we're doing 11. Your team, Kenny Pickett or Baker Mayfield?
I would definitely love a Baker Mayfield right now.
So you would go with Baker over Kenny?
I just, the only thing as a Steelers fan, I love the Steelers. I love Kenny Pickett. He's hometown with college. He's from Pittsburgh, from the University of Pittsburgh. You know, he's got that hometown vibe to him, just like James Carter was when he was on the team. Just there's so much uncertainty with Kenny Pickett, which just kind of doesn't make me feel easy. It makes me feel uneasy. So that's why I got to go with Baker Mayfield because, you know, in Cleveland, even if he was a Brown, you know, he was the Brown. He was kind of okay. Went to the Rams, not so much. Panthers, not so much. But now, after 2 weeks, I would go with Baker because what he's got, if you give him the pieces, he's good.
So you got 8 guys who you would take Baker over. I assume Zach Wilson as well. Josh Dobbs, obviously. So there's at least 10 guys. Anybody else? And let's just say, even for now, the 3 rookies, you take Baker over all of them right now. Not from projection standpoint?
From projection standpoint, no. Because
but from right now?
Right now, I actually would take Baker over Bryce Young and Richardson, but not C.J. Stroud.
Okay.
Because I really do like Stroud in those first 2 weeks. Because,
well, from what I've seen, Jaguars went 31-20. The game was 31-21. Jags winning 31-21. But then again, they go 31-21. They lose 31-21, the Texans. But this time to the Colts. So I'm seeing that this is a very consistent offense. This is not going to be an offensive problem for the Texans. Which leaves me to see that C.J. Stroud is going to be a very consistent guy.
Okay.
So I see C.J. Stroud over Baker Mayfield.
So even still from that, you've got 12 guys you take Baker over. That. So you think Baker's a top 20 right now?
Baker is, well, right now, given what's going on, Baker is a top 20 quarterback.
Anybody else you would say he's ahead of?
Let me think. Well, he's not over Stafford. Stafford. He's good. I think Kirk is better than Baker Mayfield. I would say Fields. Goff. I think that would be a questionable one.
He's better. The one that I would say is maybe Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson's just talented.
But right now, I would still think Russ is better. So I would say about 20 is probably good. I would maybe put him a little lower than that.
I would say
take Derek Carr over him.
I would say Baker. Oh, did I say Baker, Derek? I forget if
I think you did, yeah.
I said Baker. I think he's a top 16 quarterback. I think he's top half.
16. So you.
Well, right now, not right now.
So I'd say you got 4 more guys that you didn't say that you think he's better than.
I have to think about him, but I do believe he's top 16 given what he's done so far in 2 weeks.
Because right now on the index he's 5th. I don't think it's sustainable. But we'll see. All right. Well, I think with that we can wrap the show up. We've been talking for a long time.
Yeah, we have.
Well, guys, thank you guys for watching. We'll see if we actually end up posting the whole clip or not. But if you did just listen to the whole clip, that's impressive. If you've just been watching the shorter segments, that's awesome as well. Like, subscribe, comment. Remember, how much does Vinny resemble Derek Carr? That's all for this week, guys. See you tomorrow for the power rankings, and go Hawks.
Oh, that was a long one.
That was a long one.